Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of our SarahSpeaks Podcast. And today we will be having another exciting conversation. Today we're talking about the impostor syndrome. And today is going to be a very personal conversation with that person that looks at themselves in the mirror and says to themselves, I don't think I'm good enough. I don't think I deserve this opportunity. I think the people giving me this role are really making a mistake. I don't think I can cope. I'm not qualified for the role. Who am I to sit at the table? The people on the table are so intelligent. They are so knowledgeable. They are so experienced. I'm just going to fall flat on my face. What if they discover that I'm just faking it? I'm not really genuine. Many of us we're so surrounded by insecurity. We don't need somebody else to tell us we're not good enough. We do a good job of that ourselves. And if you've ever felt that way, take a seat. This conversation is actually for you. Today, I'm going to talk about how to overcome impostor syndrome, because I really need to be vulnerable with us today. I had it. I really did feel I was not qualified to be all that. But then if you know who you are, if you know what you carry, you will know that there's nothing that is impossible for you to achieve. If you put your heart to it, if you do the hard work, you will get there. And once you get in the room, hold your head up hard. Take that seat, girl. It's meant for you. You deserve it. And don't you ever tell yourself otherwise. Let me start with something I've really come to understand over the years. Before your circumstances change, your mind really does have to change. Because our mind is powerful. The Bible tells us that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. If you tell yourself, I got this, I will ace it, I will put in the effort and do what it takes. The people that are doing it are not better than me. I tell you, you will excel. But more often than not, we defeat ourselves by ourselves. Let me say that again. We defeat ourselves by ourselves. We tell ourselves we are too small. We tell ourselves we are not worth it. Just look around you. The other people sitting in the room, do they have 2 heads? Do they have 4 eyes? Or they have 3 mouths? The same God who created them created you. And what I say today is, many of the people you see excelling today, they don't come from a silver spoon background. They've clawed their way up the same way you are clawing your way up. So yes, we belong in those spaces where we find ourselves, because it didn't come cheap. We worked for it. Before you can occupy the room, you must first see yourself in that room. That's why we talk about vision. You must envision it. You must see yourself there. You must see yourself sitting there. And then when the opportunity comes, you take it proudly. Before you can excel in a role, you need to see yourself succeeding in that role. Then you must also be pragmatic to say, what do I need to do from where I am now to get to where I will be celebrated as a success in that role? Make the efforts, take the challenge, get the knowledge, get the information, and you find that you will excel. Let's start. Say this woman is just talking, what's impostor syndrome, impostor syndrome, impostor syndrome. What is impostor syndrome? Impostor syndrome is that feeling that we are not competent enough, we are not capable enough, we are not as deserving as others think we are. In fact, impostor syndrome is simply saying, I don't think I'm good enough. Other people might believe it, but I really know, I know myself. I'm not all that. Come on, girl. And then the fear that, hey, one day people will discover that I'm a fraud. I'm just faking it. Some might start off faking it. But if you put in the efforts required, you will earn it. Interestingly, impostor syndrome does not mean that you are not competent. It does not mean that your bosses made a mistake appointing you to that role. It does not mean that you can't do it. It's your mind playing tricks on you. And for many of us, that mindset has made us continue to play small. In fact, impostor syndrome is not only for those who believe they don't know it. Even very accomplished people also suffer from it, because sometimes you doubt yourself. It's okay to doubt yourself once in a while. But what do you tell yourself when you look in the mirror every morning? Oh, I'm not good enough. After a while, you actually will not be good enough because you are convincing yourself and you won't put in the effort to show all that you have. In fact, some people who are extremely accomplished, they also experience imposter syndrome. They have the qualifications, they have the experience, they have the knowledge, they have the skills, but the insecurity shows up. There's that voice in their head telling them, you will soon be disgraced because you are not as good as they think you are. Look around the room. You are not as qualified as the other people sitting here. When that voice comes up, tell it, shut up. I deserve it as much as the other person. And at times, it gets so bad. You stop applying for the jobs. You don't put yourself forward for the promotion. You don't ask for the contract. You don't make an effort to put in your bid because you are afraid. You are insecure. You don't start the business. You tell yourself, who am I? You are so afraid of failing, it immobilizes you. You are so afraid of being discovered to be a fraud, it immobilizes you. There's so much potential inside of you. You go in the meeting and you don't contribute a thing. You're afraid they will laugh at you because you don't think you know enough. Please ask the stupid questions, and as they answer, you will find that you will grow, you will learn. Don't be afraid or ashamed. Be vulnerable on the journey, and you'll find out that you'll get there. When you look in the mirror, what do you tell yourself? When I look in the mirror in the morning, I tell myself, wow, Sarah, you are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are brainy. You've got today. It doesn't matter what comes at you. You've got it. I might not always get it, but I tell myself, I'm good enough. Do I have imposter syndrome? Yes, sometimes I do. But I tell myself, it is what you tell yourself that matters. I can do this. I've got this. I can learn. I have the ability and capacity to learn. I am capable. I am growing. I am learning. Really, I can figure this out. When you tell yourself those things, you find out that you keep going. But then, there's the flip side. What do you say to yourself in the morning when you look in the mirror? Oh boy, I'm not good enough. Oh boy, I'm not beautiful. I'm not intelligent. There's nothing good about me. How? You. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. That's made in the image and likeness of God. Of course you are good enough. Many people don't dare to take the risk. Say, there's no need to apply for the job. Why? I don't have the connection. They won't even give us. Have you tried? Have you tried? What effort are you making to get the job? I know it's one of my Edo brothers that wrote the book. Getting a job is a job. You want to get a good job? Sit up. Take your GMATs. Study. In our time, that's what we used to do. Learn presentation skills, communication skills, how to sell yourself. When I sit at the table, how do I face this interview? How do I introduce myself? How do I talk about myself? Build these skills. At every level where you are, there's something to learn. Learn it. I tell my children, nobody came to earth full of knowledge. We are all learning every day. The brain, at best, is clean. It's what you feed it every day that determines your altitude in life. What are you feeding your mind? Let me tell someone watching me today. Yes, you watching me. Share this with your friend, your sister, your colleague. Say it to yourself. This seat is not too big for me. I can be president of Nigeria. I can be governor of my state. I can become a senator. I can become a board chairman. I can sit on the board of Seplat Energy, Heritage Energy, Hares Energy. I can become chairman of First Bank. This seat is not too big for me. The people I see sitting on the seats, they are not different from me now. It's not too big for me. Other people can say it. Oh, she's not good enough. Oh, she's not all that. Oh, she's not intelligent enough. That, my dear, is your business. But when I tell myself I'm good enough, I put in the effort, I put in the energy, I make the sacrifices to ensure that I get the information, I get the knowledge, I get the learning, I get the discipline that will enable me succeed in that role. There is a difference. You might not know everything when you start, but you must be frank enough with yourself to do a gap analysis, understand what you need, and make the effort and sacrifice that is required to acquire the knowledge. You don't need 10 years of working to accept your first leadership role. Don't be afraid of leadership. Nobody was born a leader. We all learn it. Leadership is a skill. You can learn it. That's why it's taught in school. That's why people pay thousands of dollars to go to Harvard, to go to Yale, to go to Oxford, to learn how to lead effectively. You can learn it, and you don't need to go to Harvard or Yale. I've not gone there. When God calls you to something, He might not give you the full roadmap, but He does give you something. He gives you enough for you to take every step with confidence. You are learning every day. You are growing every day. You are becoming better every day. I tell myself I must be better today than I was yesterday. What does it take for me to be better today? One skill, one information, one research outcome, whatever it is. Am I listening to one podcast? Am I reading a book? Am I studying my Bible? Am I sharing information and knowledge with someone? Whatever it is, we must be continuous learners if we will win. The learning side is the winning side. The sacrifices must be made. Think about David in the Bible. He was never the obvious choice for king. In fact, the Bible tells us that when Samuel saw his elder brother, he was a hump. Even Samuel said, this must be the king. God said, I've not chosen him. Until David was called from the field. Samuel said, I will not sit down until you call David. When Samuel got to the house, the other people were in the house. They could call them to meet Samuel. David was in the field. What was he doing in the field? He was plying his trade. That was what qualified him. When you are called, where will you be? Will you be in the place of learning? That's what qualifies you. That's why I said the learning side is the winning side. You can become whatever you put your mind to do. You can become. That's why I love stories. That's why I love stories. Because there are too many stories of people who have become, who are becoming. People who started from humble beginnings. Today, they are titans of industry. Many of the people we talk about today, they did not start with a silver spoon. They have grown. And now they are offering their children diamond spoons, some golden spoons. But they didn't start from there. Many of the people that were celebrated when I was growing up in the 70s, in the 80s, where are their children today? We're not hearing about their children. Because life is a cycle. At birth, greatness does not always announce itself. Some were born in palaces, but they end up in the slums. While some were born in the slums, and they end up in palaces. It depends on what you tell yourself. It depends on who you tell yourself you are. It depends on what you do with your life, the choices you make, the decisions you make, the sacrifices you make. I love the story of Tony Elumelu, the Afri-capitalism father. Today, he's one of Africa's most respected and successful philanthropists. A businessman extraordinary. Building young people, mentoring them, supporting them. The Tony Elumelu Foundation is doing a lot. But his story did not start as one of privilege. Not at all. He has often spoken about his humble beginnings. I don't think many of us know who his father was. And maybe the people from his village or his cronies. But today, he has put the Elumelu name on the world map. His journey in life tells us one thing: your starting point is irrelevant. What will you achieve? It's the end point that determines who you truly are. I'm talking to this Nigerian child sitting somewhere believing, I don't have the right connections. I don't know the right people. My parents don't have money. I was born into a poor family. Nobody in my family has ever succeeded. In fact, the new one in church will tell you that there's a curse in your family that is affecting the family. Oh, people like us don't get to the top. It doesn't happen to people like us. I don't have luck. I'm talking to you today and I want you to hear me. You have the ability to become. I'm sure when Tony Elumelu was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, if someone had told him that he would be where he is today, he would say never. But just look at him today. Look at the swag. Look at where he has gotten to in life. Through deeds of hard work, through taking risks that others refuse to take, through executing of the activities that will actualize his vision, through courage and boldness to do what it takes, and through sacrifice. Because I heard him say once that many people remain small because the capital they should invest, they squander it. You want to drive the best cars, you want to wear the best shoes, you want to wear top designers, you want to look like Tony Elumelu, and you don't have the kind of financial muscle that he has. Be humble. Be truthful to yourself. Yes, I know people say, oh, dress the way you want to be addressed. It doesn't need to be expensive or overly expensive. Many people never get up from where they are because they do not make the sacrifice that will enable them invest their way out of poverty. It's a continuous cycle from salary to salary. As soon as they add a bit of increment, you increase the loan portfolio. And the loan portfolio is not loaned for anything significant. You are going to club, you are going to lounge, you are enjoying yourself, you are traveling every day. There's nothing to show for all of the work and all of the salaries you've earned in the last 20 years. And truthfully, you can become the first in your family to do something. Tony Elumelu is the first. Daddy G.O. Adeboye is the first. And we can go on and on and on. There are Nigerians like you and I that are the first to achieve in their family. The fact that you come from a poor, wretched background does not mean your life has to end there. The choices you make, the decisions you make, the sacrifices you make, those are what will determine if you will remain down or if you will get to the altitude that God has ordained for you. 5 ways to overcome imposter syndrome. 1, you need to take responsibility for your actions or inactions. Where you are is your responsibility. It's the decisions you took. There are people that were born into those same circumstances as you. They took different decisions and they are somewhere else. So first, take responsibility for where you are. You are responsible. You are responsible for what you do with what you have been given in life. That's the simple one. We must stop waiting for permission to become. Ask yourself, what do I need to do today to become better tomorrow than I am today? What do I need to do today to be able to actualize my vision in life? What do I need to do today to succeed in life? What decision do I need to do today? Tell yourself the truth, make that decision and keep going. Number 2, you must have a learning mindset. Confidence is not built by positive thinking alone. You need evidence. You tell yourself the positive things every morning and then you go to sleep. It's not magic. You must build the discipline to do what it takes to succeed. There is nothing wrong with saying I don't know, but it must not end there. I don't know it, but I can learn it. I will learn it. I will do it. I will do what it takes to get there. I don't know it and I don't yet know it are 2 different sentences. I don't know it, but I don't yet know it, but I will do what it takes to know it. Let that be our mindset. Number 3, let courage, not fear, take your actions. Many of us are so afraid of failing. We never live life. Know where you are going. Take the necessary risks. Do what is required. And I dare say, in the journey of life, you will achieve. Courage means fear does not get the final votes in our story. We get that final say because we dare to move forward. You must believe in yourself. There's no one who is courageous without first believing in themselves. That's number 4. You must believe in yourself if you will succeed. Believe that you have the ability to do, to become, and then take the action to do and to become. There will be moments when you fail, but when those moments come, that's when you get up, dust yourself, and carry on. Because Rome was not built in a day. Those failures are learning points for success in future. You know what not to do. You know where not to go. You know what will not work. And that itself is knowledge that will take you far. It was Henry Ford that said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. Because your mind is powerful. Believing in yourself and saying I can does not mean you are perfect or that you have all the knowledge. It just means that you are willing to do what it takes to know. And finally, I'm going to anchor this in faith. Because your future is greater than what you can see. We say envision, but the Bible tells us in Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11, I know the thoughts that I think towards you, says the Lord. Thoughts of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. And in the book of Ephesians, we are told, the eyes have not seen, neither has ears heard, neither has it entered into the heart of man what God has prepared for us that love him. It means that it doesn't matter what you can envision, you can achieve greater, bigger than what you could ever imagine. Because God only shows you the next step. He doesn't show you the full picture. And as you move based on what you know, more things begin to open up. You begin to see more. You begin to know what more is possible. And as you move, you will find that you can achieve much more than you could ever have imagined in the first place. And I believe that is how Tony Elumelu has gotten to where he is today. That is how Aliko Dangote has gotten to where he is today. Because the more you know and the more you apply, the greater you become. Let me tell you, the more you apply these principles, you will find out that your future is potentially greater than anything you could ever imagine today. So elevate yourself. We elevate ourselves not through arrogance, not through pretending, not by believing that we are better than everybody else. We elevate ourselves by recognizing that there is potential inside of us and we can be much greater than we can currently imagine today. Stop saying I don't belong here. Know that you are there for a reason and determine to find the reason and purpose for why you are where you are today. Get the learning, get the qualification, whatever it takes to make you feel comfortable in that role. While you sit on that seat, get it so that you are comfortable occupying the role that nature has ordained for you. As I close today's episode, I will tell you one thing. You can become all that you want to be if only you can dare. I hear you say, Sarah, what does that mean? Dare to believe in yourself. Dare to learn what it takes to apply your trade. Dare to prepare. Dare to start. Dare to fail and start again. And when that little voice in your head asks you, who do you think you are? Respond and say, I am someone who is still becoming. My story has not ended. It is still being written because there is much more that I will achieve. This is only the beginning. The difference between who you are today and the great person you could potentially become is simply this: the courage to believe that you can and the temerity to dare. If this episode resonated with you, please share with your friend, with your family, with your children, because I tell you, This journey of life is not easy, but we can do much more. We can become much more if first we believe we are capable of it. Thank you very much. Until the next episode, this is the Sarah Speaks Podcast. Thank you.